No. So we're good to go? All right. What's up, guys? Giovanni here from HBCU FC, where we promote, restore, and educate the community on all things soccer related. Today we're here with Mr. Anfernee Bascombe. I say what's up, Anthony.
Hey, how you
Anthony,
guys doing? How you guys doing?
he is just coming in from a lovely season at Wiley College. You want to kind of get into that?
Yeah, our season was really good actually. Start like from it didn't start how we wanted it to start, but at the end at conference level, we got what we wanted. We wanted to go further in the nationals, but unfortunately, the game just sometimes just soccer, You
Right.
win some, you lose some. So it was a good season, a good learning experience for everyone. So we hope to do better at the national stage next semester or next season.
Absolutely. And you're just a sophomore, right?
Nah, I'm actually a senior.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, man, that's great. That's great
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, we've just been, following you guys throughout your guys' season, trying to stay up to date on what you guys got going on because, you guys are doing big
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know a little bit about where you're from, what got you into the sport, what players look up to, and stuff like that.
Um. Well, I'm from the small Twin Islands of Trinidad and Tobago. I started playing soccer at a really young age, but I really started taking it seriously like when I started going to high school in Trinidad. Um. Basically, like the sport's everything to me. I want to make it into a career part, if even if it's to go professional or either to become like a coach or something, because that's what I'm studying right now, to either become a high school teacher slash coach as well. So it's basically just to make the sport into a career part path as well.
Yeah, man, that's excellent, bro. I love to hear that. I just want to know, just doing a little bit of research about who you are and just how long you've been here and stuff. I just wanted to know, how did you come in contact with Wiley College, and how did the coach, convince you that that program works for you? What makes you guys as successful as you guys have been? Is it the team chemistry? Do you guys have an amazing coach?
I got in contact with Wiley through my JUCO coach. At the time, he was the coach there at Wiley before we switched over to our current coach. He brought me back in because I was looking for a college to come, like I was looking for a school to finish my degree and stuff like that. He brought me in, and then he got the position of the AD. So he brought in our current coach, and our first season wasn't wasn't really impressive. It was our first season together, a lot of freshmen, you know, but this season we started off from the spring really strong, and I think that helped us a lot because that like it built us a bond. We built a serious bond in the spring to come into the fall. Like everyone's mindset was, let's go get that ring.
Right.
So we as I said, we didn't start off our season pretty strong. We started off with a loss and a draw in our preseason, but once we started getting into like finding our real like chemistry, like our real key players and stuff like that, our core starting 11, like we started off winning games. We started going strong. We were undefeated in conference. So like I say that like that building that bond from the start and building that family community, because everyone's like a huge family in our team. Like everyone fights for everyone. We fight for each other on the team. We fight for each other off the pitch. Like everyone helps each other. So it's like a big family bond. Like from even from the coaches go down to like our JV players. Everyone has that bond of it's a big family.
So if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you are one of the captains.
Yeah, I am.
So what did you do personally that, helped make you stand out? What role do you take on? Are you just, captain on the field? Do you spend time with guys outside of the field, helping in classes and stuff like that? Like how did you propel yourself to be in the role of a captain here?
Well, at Wiley, my main role as the captain is basically like, let me don't say like the dictator, type part,
Right.
but like like the captain that everyone knows not to mess around, like headstrong, like but I'm more my strong points is more like on the field, captain wise, like helping out the team on the field. So like we have three captains. There's different, like each of us have different roles basically when it comes to our captaincy. So as I said, I lead like more on the field, like more motivational on the field, like helping the guys be stronger on the field and stuff like that.
Right. So but you keep it strictly business out there.
Yeah, yeah,
I see
strictly
you're,
business.
you're a
Yeah,
big guy. You play center back, so
yeah,
I intend that you're like the rock in the back. I
yeah.
respect that. I play defense as well. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
was there ever a time that you didn't play defense? Like, did you start in any other position? Do you prefer any different position, or you just
Um,
love being in the back?
that was like long, long time ago. Like when I was younger, I probably played like center mid, and that was it. But like, yeah, that was it. Center mid, center back. I strictly stayed there.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you are a part of like a new generation at Wiley College. Do you know if there's any words that you would spread to just, kids that are out here still looking for schools, or just looking to transfer somewhere and play under a good coach and a good organization? Like, is there anything that you feel that stands out other than just the friendship that you guys have on the team? Like, do you guys play in a certain tactics? Does your coach, go about you guys' play in a way, or is it just simply just off the chemistry that you guys have?
No, we play the press. We play off the press a lot, off of teams making the mistake a lot. We try to keep the ball a lot, but as I said, like we play off the press. We play off teams making mistakes and we capitalize off of that. That's basically helped us a lot in our season, like to get goals and stuff like that. Um and when it comes to like players looking for schools and stuff like that, I'd say like go go into it like full hearted. Don't go second guessing if you want to go or not, because that can be a make or break for you. Like do your research proper. Like for me, coming out of the Caribbean, like coming into American soccer, I didn't know the full of it. I didn't know like there's Chuco, there's NAIA, there's NCAA, stuff like that. I didn't know there was different levels to it coming in. I had to like learn that on my own. So I'd say do your research before you like fully commit into anything like that. Build your chemistry before, like make sure that coach actually wants you, not for just offer your highlights or anything. Build that bond.
Right. That's some good stuff, man. So I just kind of want to talk about how what do you aspire to do? I know that as a Caribbean player, you guys got a team, you guys have a Trinidadian side that, does well, builds a culture. I'm not sure if you guys qualified for the World Cup. I feel like they did
No,
though.
we didn't. We didn't qualify by one game. We were supposed to win one game, and yeah, but unfortunately,
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know, like, do you have any interest in, trying to give back to your community? Is there any thoughts that you put behind that? The sport's giving you so much. Is there any way that you're planning to try to return that to your community?
yeah, I would try. Like when I go home, I try to go watch my high school play a lot. But like the times I go back home, it's not the same like time for season and stuff like that. So most of the time, but like Christmas time or season, well, high school season's currently going on right now. If I go home like during the Christmas time, I'll go home. I'll watch most of the high school games. I have like younger friends who play. I give them advice and stuff like that when it comes to like, as I said, to like if they want to move on to play soccer in America, if they want to get a scholarship like that, how to go into stuff like that. I've also in the past helped out at like clinics and stuff like that with a program in Trinidad called Cambu Play. So stuff like that I do stay in contact with stuff like that.
That's excellent, bro. We're a pretty new company, but we're just trying to get into these communities and pour back into them. One of
Yeah,
our phrases is that we're trying to restore just the education and the history of HBCUs and what soccer means to the rest of the world. That's
yeah,
still we've made great leaps in
yeah.
America, but there's still a lot of area to be taken, and the HBCU scene is on the come up. So I
It is.
definitely
It
think it's
is.
very important for us to all do our own jobs in the ways because we taken so much from the sport, we've got to give back to it as well.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Yeah, so you are a champion, man. Like, did it, you want to just walk us through that moment for a bit?
Um, at winning it at the moment at the time was like it felt unreal because as I said from the spring, we already knew we wanted it, and to actually get it and the way we got it, it felt so unbelievable. It felt great. But it took me what 4 years of college to get something. So
Right.
the feeling was unbelievable. It's still unbelievable. We still talk about it every single day in our group chat, just to be champions. Like some of our guys it's their first season in college and they already won a conference championship. So it's really unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Is there anything that you feel like you personally did from the moment the spring happened to the day that you guys ended up winning the championship? Did you change anything up in your life? Did you, put an extra focus on anything or anything like that?
Um I put an extra focus on the game. I honestly I started like taking it extra serious because as I said, it's something I really wanted before I ended my college career. So I started going to bed early, trying to eat a lot better, trying to put in the extra work on the field, stuff like that. So stuff like that I did started taking more seriously. And my summer workout, I did take that super serious when I went home.
Oh yeah,
So
you can
yeah.
definitely you can transform your game if you take it seriously. Just in
Yep.
that summer, summers can do miles
Yep.
for your game. I definitely understand that. So I know you talked about getting into coaching and moving on with your life, but do you have any post Wiley aspirations that you want to kind of just set out into the atmosphere? Hopefully, it comes back to you.
Um, nah, not really, not really.
That's fair. Are you did you spend any time in America before you came to Wiley? I know you were at a JUCO, but just during that time, or you spent
Um,
all your time just in school?
um, yeah, when I was younger, I lived in America with my dad, stuff like that. I stayed in America for years with my dad. We stayed out in Washington, so we were out there for a bit, and then I went back home. I did school back home, and I came back out here in 2020 for college. I went to Ranger College and then I transferred to Hardin Simmons, and after that I came to Wiley.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's great, man. I'm glad you got to see just the roots of the actually being in soccer, being young, trying to
yeah,
get it,
the
just seeing the
different
difference.
levels and stuff like that to it.
Right. It's very different from everywhere
Yeah,
else in the world, from at least what I can tell from experience. So it's definitely good that you can understand it. I think it's really cool that you go to an HBCU, especially just being out of the state, just because you probably learn a little bit more about
yeah,
what life is here, just the development that it's taken to get to this point. So
yeah. The culture of the HBCU really opened my eyes. Like especially like coming from a NCAA. I don't want to make it sound bad, but like basically like an all white school at Hardin Simmons, like coming into a HBCU, like it really opened my eyes to like a different way of schooling and how they do things over here. So it was really a nice little culture change. It kind of helped me a lot, like everyone was so cool and stuff like that.
absolutely, man.
Yeah,
That's every HBCU around the nation. We're trying to find kids and show them that there are these areas where you can go play the sport
yeah,
that you love, get a proper education, and actually feel comfortable in your environment. And I know that Wiley is one of those places that can offer that. So
It definitely is.
that's some good stuff, man. So just before you get out of here, just want to catch a quick favorite memory that you have throughout your career so far, or it could be either this season or just in your life in general, something that stands out that you want to leave, to the audience.
Lifting that trophy with my team this semester, doing that three pumps and lifting that trophy up and everyone cheering. It that was for my career so far. That was my most memorable moment so far.
Absolutely, man. You guys are gonna get a ring for it and a trophy, so you'll always remember
Yeah.
it, man. That's
Yep.
that's amazing. That's what everyone. That's the goal here when you're, playing college soccer. So I'm glad that you've, got to achieve that in your career.
Sir.
But yeah, man, thank you for pulling up to the, podcast. Hopefully we can do a little bit of more collaborative work. I don't
Yes,
know if
sir.
you're taking another season, if you have some type of COVID year or something, but if you do, good luck next year. Good luck in your future endeavors. Pull up soon if you want to, have another longer conversation, get some of your teammates in. And thanks for tuning in, guys. HBCU FC.
And thank you guys for having me. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Yeah.